Hello everyone. In the previous video, we studied about the Indian drainage system on different bases. That is on the basis of horizon, on the basis of catchment area, and different type of drainage system. Today, we will study about Himalayan drainage system, which consists of several rivers. First, we will study about the Indus system. So Indus system is known as because of Indus River. The Indus River is one of the largest basin of the world, which covers area around 11 lakh 65,000 square kilometer. In India, it consists of 3 lakh 21,289 square kilometer. That is some part quarter to sorry fourth 1/4 part is in India and rest is in Pakistan. So its total length is 2,880 kilometer, and in India it's travel in approx 1,100 kilometer. So these are important fact you must know about every drainage system. That is the length of river, its catchment area, where its origin, and where is the mouth of the river, and finally where its discharge or where its watershed area or river basin area comprise. So that Indus River system, it's originate from Kailash mountain range, that is glacier near Bokarchu, and in Tibet it is known as Singikhamban or lion's mouth. So in Tibet it is known as lion's mouth, and after flowing through northwest direction it passes through Ladakh and Janskar range. And you also must know about all geographical that factors, that is mountains, ranges, and then where it's originate, longitudes, its total length. These are some important facts you must know about every drainage system. And then it passed through Suleiman ranges. Suleiman ranges are in Pakistan, and there are many tributaries of Indus River system, that is Shok, Gilgit, Jaskar, Unja, Nubra, Sigar, and Khurram, Tochi, Gomal. They are the tributaries of Indus River system. And the Panchnad means five rivers, which is also known. Punjab is also known for these rivers, that is Satluj, Beas, Ravi, Chenab, and Jhelum. These five rivers combined as known as Panchnad. These are also act as a tributary of Indus River system. After flowing through India and Pakistan, the Indus River discharge its water in Arabian Sea, that is east of Karachi. So it's originate from Tibet, and then it's discharge its water in Arabian Sea near Karachi. The Indus flow in India only through Jammu and Kashmir. Now we will study about all those 4-5 rivers of its major tributary, that is Jhelum. It is important tributary of Indus, and it rises from a spring at Verinang, situated at the foot of Pir Panjal range in the southern east of valley of Kashmir. So it's also originated from Kashmir near Pir Panjal ranges, that is Jhelum. It flows through Srinagar, capital city of Jammu and Kashmir, and the Vular Lake. There are one more famous lake, that is Dal Lake in Jammu and Kashmir. It flow through Pakistan, a deep narrow jaw. It joined the Chenab near Jhang in the Pakistan. So where it's meet Chenab, that place known as Jhang, that is in Pakistan. These all five rivers flow after flowing through India. They flow in Pakistan, then meet the Indus River, which discharge its water in Arabian Sea. Next is Chenab. It is the largest tributary of Indus. It is formed by two streams, that is Chandar and Bhaga. So combinedly join at Chenab, and it's joined at Tandi near Kilong. Kilong pass in Himachal Pradesh. So it is also known as Chandrabhaga because it joined with two streams. One is Chandra and other is Bhaga. The rivers flow for 1180 km before entering into Pakistan. So similar length, approx similar length of Indus River. Then the Ravi. It is also important tributary of Indus. and its rise is west of Rohtang Pass. Rohtang Pass in Himachal Pradesh in Kullu Hills, and flow through Chamba Valley. Chamba is also district in Himachal Pradesh, so its flow through Chamba Valley. Before entering Pakistan, it's joined the Chenab near Sarai Sidhu. You must note down each and every point where it's meet its major tributary, and where it's originate, and in which ranges it's flows through, and which are important cities, and it drains the area lying between the southern eastern part of Pir Panjal and Dholadhar ranges. Both are in Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh, a part of Himalayan ranges. And the next one is Byas. Byas is another important tributary of Indus, and it's also originate from Rohtang Pass. Ravi also originate from Rohtang Pass, and Byas also originate from Rohtang Pass. Rohtang Pass is around 40-50 kilometer near Manali, a tourist destination. You have to relate the things to study the geography with cities, with different mountain ranges, with rivers. So when you start relating these rivers and these locations, you will have better understanding of geography as a syllabus. The river flow through Kullu Valley. The similarly Ravi and Byas both flow through Kullu Valley and in Dholadhar ranges. It enters the Punjab plains where it meets the Satluj near Harike. So it's meet Satluj near Harike. So Satluj is major tributary of Indus River after Jhelum. Satluj originate in Raksas Tal near Mansarovar at an altitude of 4,555 meter in Tibet, where it is known as Lengchen Kambab. It flows almost parallel to the Indus for about 400 kilometer before entering India, and comes out of a gorge at Rupar. It passes through Shipkila in Himachal Pradesh on the Himalayan ranges, and enters the Punjab plain. It is very important tributary, and it feeds the canal system Bhakra Nangal project. Before Tiri Dam, Bhakra Nangal Dam is also known as the world highest dam. Asia highest dam is known as Bhakra Nangal project before Tiri Dam. So next important drainage system is Ganga system. So Ganga is important river both from India point of view, its basin and cultural significance. Basin, it covers large river basin, and for culture there are various cities, various religious cities which are situated on the bank of river Ganga, like Banaras, Allahabad, and Haridwar, Rishikesh. So these are situated on the bank of river Ganga. So it rises in the Gangotri glacier near Gomukh in the Uttarkasi district of our Uttarakhand state, and it is also known as Bhagirathi. It cuts through center and lesser Himalayan narrow gorges at Devprayag. The Bhagirathi meets Alaknanda. Hereafter it is known as Ganga. So Devprayag is the place where both the rivers or both its major streams Bhagirathi and Alaknanda meet, which known as Ganga. The Alaknanda has its source at Satopnath glacier above Badrinath. Alaknanda consists of Dholi and Vishnu Ganga, which meets at Joshimath or Vishnu Prayag. The other tributary of Alaknanda, such as Pindar, join it at Karnprayag, while Mandakini or Kali Ganga meets at Rudraprayag. So some are meet at Alaknanda streams meet at Joshimath or Vishnu Prayag, while Pindar rivers and other tributaries join it at Karnprayag. So the Ganga enter the plains at Haridwar. From here its flow first to the south, then southeast and east. So there is a Namami Gange program. It is a program run by Union government in 2014 with twin objective, that is clearance of Ganga, and main pillar of this program are riverfront development, river surface cleaning, that is cleaning of surface water of river, afforestation, public awareness, biodiversity, Ganga Gram, and industry effluent monitoring, so they do not discharge their polluted water in river Ganga. So the river has a length of 2525 kilometer, and you have to compare it with various river system that we have studied about. Indus, that is approx 2880 kilometer. So Ganga is little bit lesser as comparison to Indus. It is shared by Uttarakhand 110 kilometer, Uttar Pradesh the most 1450 kilometer, then Bihar 445, and West Bengal 520 kilometer. The Ganga basin cover about 8.6 lakh square kilometer area in India alone, because it's also flow through Bangladesh. The Ganga river system is largest in India, having a number of perennial. Perennial, I told you, are those river which flows through whole year, and they are not monsoon or rainy season river. The important left bank tributary of Ganga are Ram Ganga, Gomti, Ghaghra, Gandak, Kosi, Mahananda. The river finally discharges itself into Bay of Bengal near Sagar Island. So rest we will study in next video. So thank you children.